Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. As you can see guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us why we are facing resistance after reaching around this 43,000 range and what to expect next for the coming days. As you can see, I have prepared some interesting chart which is pointing us what could be happening next. So before I start talking about it, please do me a favor and destroy that like button. And if you want to support me further, a comment is always appreciated. Thank you very much. Now, if you look at this price action of Bitcoin using this ascending broadening wedge or bearish continuation pattern, we did got attracted around this upper trend line because I was very clear in the past price action. If we look at the price structure inside this ascending broadening wedge, we have flashed a very similar move each and every time. I mean, if we look at this continuation, we range bounded inside this ascending broadening wedge. When we got attracted around this upper trend line, where did the price got attracted? Towards this lower trend line and also towards the previous high. Same thing happened here. I mean, when we broke the previous high, we started showing impulsiveness where we got attracted around this upper trend line and then a pullback around the previous high and also around this lower trend line. Now, if we look in our case, we have managed to break out from this previous high and also got attracted around this upper trend line. So in the past price action, you can see getting rejection around this upper trend line has resulted in a price move like this. Price of Bitcoin getting attracted around the previous high and also around the lower trend line before choosing a trend duration. So if this here is going to be resistant for a while, then we are expecting the price of Bitcoin after some range bound to slowly get attracted here to the downside before choosing a trend duration. Yes, you heard that correctly guys. The price of Bitcoin, if it fails to overcome the resistance around 43,000, then for the coming days we could see more of a range bound price even coming back to test some key line and then starting with another move here to the upside. Because if you look at this price structure, right, you can see we are forming higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation. So even if the price in the medium short term in the coming days is going to show another corrective move towards this lower trend line, we are still going to form a higher low. That means this here is more probably going to be looked as a continuation pattern, higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, and price after some consolidation after getting attracted towards this lower trend line would start with another move here like this. And parallelly, not just only that, even if we look at this price structure here in a monthly time frame, I mean, if we look at the continuation here and take this Fibonacci extension from this low till this high, you can see very clearly guys, the price of Bitcoin is exactly around this 100% extension area. I mean, the price has gained more than 100% after this retracement which we had around 24,500, 24,800 range. And now after reaching this 100% Fibonacci extension area, we are also facing resistance. So many things are lining up for Bitcoin acting as a resistance. What I mean by that, we have to overcome this 43,000 if we want to invalidate the bearish scenario for Bitcoin. I mean, even this ascending triangle, we broke out of it, we got attracted towards the price objective. After reaching the price objective, the price of Bitcoin is showing some weakness. It's not necessarily going to be a move like this, right? We could see some more attempt like this and slowly getting attracted towards this lower trend line which I showed you here, right? Or even this ascending broadening wedge before deciding the trend direction. So as you can see, after getting attracted around this 42,000, the price of Bitcoin is facing some strong resistance because in a bigger frame, another interesting scenario is pointing us we have to overcome this 43,000 if we want the price of Bitcoin to continue this new uptrend. Because I was very clear, this rising trend line, yellow line, was acting as a line of resistance. We broke out of it. What happened after that? We started with a new impulsive move, and I was also very clear, this is not just only a breakout from this rising trend line, but also a breakout from this horizontal trend line, because this horizontal trend line in the past price action acted as a line of support and also acted as a line of resistance. We broke out of it, started with a new impulsive move. So this green line is the line which we have to overcome into support. So right now, this horizontal trend line around 43,000 after reaching the price objective from this ascending triangle, after showing a move up to 100% extension level. After getting attracted on this upper trend line from this ascending channel, or even the upper trend line from this ascending boarding wedge, the price of Bitcoin is facing resistance. Yes, even according to this scenario which I showed you on my previous video, the price of Bitcoin after breaking out from this 21 weekly EMA resulted in a very nice impulsive move where we got attracted on this 0.5, 0.618 before starting with a corrective move. So in our case, this 0.5 is exactly where we are. So if we do see price of Bitcoin flipping this 43,000 into proper support, then I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to continue this uptrend even up to 50,000 before deciding the trend duration. So right now, this 0.5 Fibonacci line around 41,000, horizontal trend line, 100% Fibonacci extension line, upper trend line from this ascending channel, and again ascending broadly much upper trend line is definitely going to be looked as a line of resistance and also a line which we have to break if you want to continue our uptrend, because you know I have also talked about this Stan Weinstein ideal buy for investor. According to Stan Weinstein ideal buy for investor, after breaking out of this horizontal trend line, after breaking the resistance from the 30-week moving average, the price usually starts with a new impulsive movement, just like I shown here in the example. So in our case, even if we are going to see another corrective move like this, price of Bitcoin getting attracted towards this lower trend line, let it be, because before starting with a new move, we always had this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation. So even if we are going to see another corrective move like this, let it be, because we are expecting the price of Bitcoin after that to continue our rally here like this. Yes, even if the price in the medium short term fails to break out of this 43,000, doesn't mean we are going to be bearish. It will be just a temporary pullback, and price after that is expected to continue this uptrend. Yes guys, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin even after some shakeout to continue uptrend following this higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation. And now, even if you look at our leading indicator, according to our leading indicator, things are turning very, very interesting, because I showed you on my previous video that this month of November was a VCPR. Price started choosing a trend duration without touching any of these three lines, and even the December month is a VCPR. Price is choosing a trend duration without touching any of these trend lines. So this is very, very dangerous, because I personally haven't seen price of Bitcoin forming two VCPR one after another. So according to this December CPR, the price of Bitcoin could get attracted around this top or the bottom CPR line, in between this line which sits above 36,000 before starting with a new uptrend. So for now, any sort of a retracement, this monthly R2 line, which sits around 41,000, is going to be looked as a line of support, right? This line is going to be looked as a line of support. And if we break out from this R2 line, we have another support from this monthly R1 line, which sits around 39,000. And the most important support is in between 36, 37,000, the CPR line. So if the price is going to remain above R2, which is above 41,000, then again, you can see monthly R3 will be looked as our price objective, which is around $43,669. So this is the best case target for this month of December. And to the downside, again, R2, R1, and the CPR lines are going to be looked as a line of support for Bitcoin. So let's hope for the best, because we want the price of Bitcoin to break this resistance, 43,000 resistance at any cost, because breaking out of this means the price is open for a new impulsive movement, invalidating the bearish scenario lining up parallelly for now. So let me say this one more time, guys. Any sort of a retracement, any sort of a pullback will be looked as a temporary pullback, because even this Williams alligator indicator here will be acting as a line of support like this. I mean, if we do see price of Bitcoin showing weakness, getting attracted here towards this Williams alligator indicator, you know, since this is a bullish Williams alligator indicator, these lines are going to be acting as a line of support. And parallelly, even our indicator, CryptoAnup buy sell indicator, will be acting as a line of support in case of a retracement. Yes guys, these trend lines right, will be acting as a line of support above 37,000 range. So any sort of a shakeout, any sort of a bigger shakeout will be just a temporary shakeout according to my analysis. So this were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please destroy that like button, and if you want to support me further, a comment is always appreciated. And also, if you aren't aware of these bonuses, I mean, Bybit is giving around 30,000 deposit bonus, Phemex giving around 6,000 deposit bonus, OKX around 50,000 in rewards, guys. These are all free money which is available for our community members in the description down below. So feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. So guys, by saying this, I'm signing out. Until next time, bye-bye.